Hello everybody, my name is Catherine and I am the podcast host of Chakras and Cuss Words podcast, and today I am doing a tarot read for the 4 zodiac elements: fire, earth, water, and air. That tends to be the rotation that we currently are always in when we do these readings. And I am actually doing it for the full month of January 2022. I'm excited to be entering the year of 2022. I hope everybody is feeling hopeful with new prosperity and abundance coming their way to start the new year. So I will be using the Lights Tarot deck for the 3 tarot card pull. That is the picture of the box if you are interested in purchasing it for yourself. And then I will also be using the Star Seed Oracle deck, which is a oracle deck that is concentrated on a lot of beautiful cards. These cards are absolutely gorgeous, and I really hope that there's enough light for you guys to see them when we start to pull them. So those are going to be the cards that I am using today. So I am excited. This is actually a very interesting new year. I know some people are having hesitations to start the new year. I was actually joking with a friend and was like, can we see the conditions before we enter this year? But I'll be honest, I think that 2021 was a year for a lot of transition for many people. I also think that it brought a lot of areas of growth. There were some obstacles for a lot of people as well as within 2020, but I honestly think in 2020 we planted a lot of seeds. We see the stems in 2021. We started to see the roots form, and we started to bring the growth. So let's continue to have that growth as we move forward to 2022. And with a area of prosperity, luck, and abundance. So this is for the first sign, which is the fire signs. We have our first cards right here. And as you can see, is a very shadowy, almost like very shadowy area. What I think is interesting right now with the fire signs is there is a lot of transition in this read. There is a lot of transition and almost like a transition of area of focus. So right here we have the 5 of Pentacles, and as you can see, it is in reverse. And this card does look very gruesome and sad when you see the girl who is kind of like crying in the background. But what the 5 Pentacles really means is establishing an area where you feel free to let go of some of those blocks. If it is with money, possibly maybe it's been holding you back. You haven't really been certain how to balance. And with the year of 2022, and for the month of January, there are going to be some areas where we are going to be very feeling hesitant to move forward. But what I really think this card is meaning right now is the establishment of letting go. I feel that right here, letting go of your blocks. I feel like right here you're starting to see the actual reflection as we have the 8 of Swords. And I will tell you that every time that somebody gets a deck like this or a pull like this, we automatically think, ooh, it's so shadowy and dark and it's very gloomy. But what this really shows me right here is that you're seeing the reflection of the old you, of the old area. And it's kind of funny that this card pull was right in the middle of a new transition to the new year as we are entering January 2022, and this is for the month of January. So what this shows me is to look at your reflections, look at the area of where you can possibly move forward, do a strong evaluation. A lot of times people don't like to do the evaluation work because we think that the evaluation work is almost a area that doesn't hold so much value to ourselves, because a lot of us put ourselves in this capsule of what is right at the moment. And we may have been feeling or transitioning out of a relationship. And it's kind of funny that this card, Eight of Swords, pulls up right here in this Venus retrograde. So Venus retrograde has a lot of impact with relationships, with area of worth, of area of reflection. Ooh, do you like how the light just automatically highlighted it? So if you were a fire sign, that feels like you've almost been kind of in an area where you feel like you've been blindfolded or lied to or put restrictions on you, and now you're starting to move forward. Look at the area of what did you learn from it and what did you value from it. Sometimes the moving forward is actually the growth. And right here I see this is actually the death and rebirth card, so don't go, oh my gosh, you know, for the month of January. But what this really means is a transition to a new chapter, an area to work forward, and an area to move around with your own clarity. As you can see, almost the window of light is right in the face of this card, is right in the center of the card. With a rebirth card, it really means that transition is coming full. I feel that maybe some of the fire signs who are picking up on this read have had areas in 2021 where they want to just leave it alone, leave it in the past. That was 2021, and now we're going to move forward. Whoops, I kind of hit that. So now I'm going to pull an intention card for the fire signs for the month of January 2022. And the card I have for you is water your garden, nourishment and body care, tenderness and rest. And it's this card, it really goes a long way, because the truth is we can only be as productive, we can only be as abundant and as lucky as we are if we pay that tribute to our own garden and we water our own garden. We really have to get into the selfishness about it. So this read is making me feel like maybe there was some dynamics with relationships, possibly some dynamics where you're trying to find the area of where you see the self coming back in, the transition, moving forward, the no more of feeling the unknown. The unknown is gone for you. Move forward, take it as it is. We all have to grieve and water your own garden. Go ahead and be selfish. Take that rest, take that care for you. So that is for the fire signs. There is so much new stuff coming, and I am thankful for everybody who has been watching all the tarot and oracle reads. I've switched from going from weekly reads to monthly reads because I am concentrating on my blog. I started writing a blog for my website, chakrascusswords.com. The blogs are just very knowledge base of different elements. If it is, astrology, if it is numerology, if it is areas to work on through manifesting, if it is areas to bring forward with meditation. So the blog has many purposes. I'm excited to start the blog. So that is something that I've been working on. And this is for the earth signs. Here we go. Wow, look at this. This is an amazing deck. I'm going to pull the camera back a little further so you guys can see. First card we have is the Star. Woo! And I dropped it. Okay. Second card we have is Ace of Wands and Five of Wands. The Star makes me really see that you're starting to hold some value towards your area of purpose, towards your area of growth. I think the year of 2022 is going to be an enlightenment year for a lot of people. We are currently in the new moon of Capricorn, which in all honesty isn't really necessarily a moon where we're going to be setting high intentions, but kind of waiting in patience and having that area where we practice growth. So the star really makes me think that you are seeing the light, you are seeing the journey, you're kind of seeing the bigger picture for the earth signs. They're seeing what moves forward and what really plays out with them. Sometimes with the earth signs, they tend to be a little bit more hesitant to like say like, yeah, I want to do this, or yeah, I'm going to take that leap, or yeah, I'm going to move forward, or yes, I like this, or yes, I don't like this. The earth signs tend to sometimes be a little bit more grounded and stable. Also, what I'm thinking too with this new moon in Capricorn, that a lot of you guys are really feeling that stability, that foundation where it almost feels like a little bit of a constriction. It's almost feeling a little bit too comfortable. So here we go with the Ace of Wands. And with the Ace of Wands, this is a card that really says trust your own process, trust your own magic is really what it comes to. So and what I really have to play back on with this, with the earth signs, is there's going to be obstacles, especially right now as we have the new moon in Capricorn. There is a lot of structure where it is centered with Saturn and I believe squaring off with Uranus. So there's going to be some areas where we are going to be feeling very constricted, a little bit like, oh my gosh, we have so much to do. We can't really climb this ladder all at once, as we see with the Five of Wands. But what I really want this to speak volume to you is this right here, to trust your own process. Make sure you give yourself patience, because patience is a virtual, is virtually the main importance on everything you do. And that goes with relationships, that goes with education, that goes with career, that goes with family dynamics. Nothing that is prosperity and is cosmic energy where it is going to be pure magical abundance is going to happen overnight. A lot of us are going to have to climb the ladder. We're going to have to feel the shakiness of, are we going to fall? Are we sure we can see and reach to the light? Possibly there might be some fire coming your way. Possibly there might be some new adventures with a career or relationship. As you reach to the light, I really want you to take into initiative, is it for you? And that's when you're going to establish your own practice, your own magic, your own intuition. And the year 2022, I really honestly feel that a lot of people are going to be having almost like a spiritual awakening, or an area where they see that it can't always be so condensed of I don't even know how to explain it. It can't be so condensed on explained, right? Like everything can't always be explained. Like, why does this happen? How come this movement took forward? Like, we can't just think that we're going to explain everything, because there's a lot of times we cannot explain it. And the intention card I have for you, which was a jumper, is Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in for support. And I love this card. And what this card really shows me right here is sometimes when we're stepping into our magic, when we're finding our magic and we're finding our area of clarity through the cosmos and through the unexplained, we often feel very almost like lost and not really sure where to go. So as you're stepping into your magic, as you are seeing your true worth in this month of January, and as you are climbing in your obstacles, remember You have a family of star seeds, of starlights, of star energy, of cosmic energy that you can always call for. And there's so many resources out there, especially when you are going through a spiritual awakening or a new transition, of seeing the higher energy and seeing the higher purpose. You tend to get almost like overwhelmed and feel like the most important thing is to lay low and not to actually socialize with people. Maybe I'm starting to speak from experience, but in actuality, what really makes a big difference is to know that there's other people who have the same questions. There's other people who are trying to solve the same problems. There's other people who are searching for more just like you, and they are your family. They are your star family. So go ahead and reach out to whoever and everybody that you can. If you would like, you can always message me on Instagram. I tend to be on Instagram a little bit more. Catherine_Pacheco. Also, I have a new podcast coming out today, which is all about manifesting with angel numbers. So I'm super excited about that podcast. So now we are going to move on to the water signs. There is so much astrological energy going on with this year of 2022. For those who are interested, I have a new blog post out for the new events that are coming up, and it even kind of talks about the energy that is centered with the number. And I kind of like do a little deep, not too deep, but I do a little dive into numerology. And I think the reason why I have gone so kind of like the numerology route is because I've been seeing all the signs, all the repetitive numbers. It's like an everyday occurrence where it almost isn't that area where it feels energetic, because it's happening so frequently that it's almost in this area where I feel like I need to discover more of the actual numbers and the meanings of numerology. That's kind of how I work. Like I like and I enjoy knowing what is meant for me to know. That is a little of mine. I am one of those people who do enjoy knowing, and this read is for the water signs. First card is Six of Swords. We have a Seven of Cups and a Six of Wands. Okay, so Six of Swords definitely makes me feel that the water signs, I like how this card is actually in the water. Two cards are very resembling the water right now, have been on a long journey. Maybe 2021 wasn't the year for you. It wasn't the year where you felt like you had your full lead, you were being led to. It also makes me think that you were kind of like in this area where you're saying like, man, this was kind of bumpy. I'm not sure how 2022 is going to pull for me. What I really want you to do with this card is to guide your own ship. Don't let others guide your journey. I want you to take the inspiration and the destination to move your ship forward. As we see with the Seven of Cups, there is definitely some big decisions, possibly some more transitions playing forward. I don't know if there's a career change, a relationship change, but you are seeing that you have these paths, you have these directions where you're going to have to kind of reflect on, and you're going to have to take that time. In all honesty, this is a general read, so it's kind of hard to get too direct or too much detailed with the general reads, because this is for a group population. But what I really see with the water signs is the waves may have been feeling bumpy in 2021. Now, as we go to 2022, as this read is for January, you're starting to make decisions. You're starting to make fucking big decisions. And I like that. I like that because with change comes so much fortune. Most of our most fruitful and areas that we have really manifested to a higher state have been with change. So sit true with your clarity, sit true with your strategy, hold on to it. And when you choose whatever it is that you're destined to choose for, sit with it and say, yeah, I freaking made the right decision. And this is why I'm moving forward. And I see right here with the Six of Wands, it is going to play out in your benefit. I feel that there is a shift. 2021 may have been holding you back, but 2022 is here for you. Especially in the month of January, it's really here for you to make some areas of movement. A big celebration is coming. People are going to see you almost as a leader or authority, an area where you have picked up real actual movement in where others are looking at you and saying, yeah, she did an amazing job, or he did an amazing job, and we see the value. But first, you have to stick with your decision, and you have to hold it true to you, and let yourself enjoy it. Let yourself enjoy the acknowledgement. A lot of people get shy when we hear others say, I'm proud of you, or I like your work ethic, or I like that book you wrote, or I really enjoy your whatever it is. I really enjoy your cooking, or I really enjoy, or you look beautiful today. And a lot of us will say, oh, thank you. And then we'll give an excuse, right? Oh, this is, I did this so quick. I did that right away. Just say thank you. Hold it. Hold the acknowledgement in with you. And here we go for the water signs, for their intention card. We have the golden children. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. And this intention card with this read makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this right here, this battle right here of the waves and the area where you were feeling uncertain, it shows me that you're going to have some tenderness towards yourself, towards the innocence. Maybe, you were feeling not sure how you were moving forward, but this right here shows me that the inner child and the innocence, whatever was the battle or whatever was the area where you are moving forward, coming from the waves as the water sign moves, that you establish that you have many rare talents and rare gifts, and please let them be seen to others. Please let them play out, and just say thank you. And that is for the water signs. And the water signs are kind of like in this big energy moment right now with the Jupiter in Pisces is currently one of the astrological events that's taking place. That's pretty big. So, and that is a very dynamic duo. Jupiter is the planet of luck and abundance and prosperity and moving forward, and Pisces is a sign that's very driven off of leadership, spirituality, pure magic, divine energy. The Pisces tend to have a lot of leaders in that path. If you've ever met a business person or a businessman or woman who really had a lot together, if they weren't a Capricorn, they were probably a Pisces. They are very structured, and they also kind of have strong, some say psychic abilities, intuition. So the Pisces is a very magical sign, so that is possibly one of the areas where you can be working forward with luck and abundance right now in this area, and it's going to go all the way into the end of January, the Jupiter and Pisces conjunction. Also, I have a sun wheel on the blog, and on the YouTube channel if you are interested in learning how to find what areas you need to concentrate on or should concentrate on certain astrological events. That is up for you guys to read. If you would like to download your free sun wheel, you can on chakrascusswords.com. And here we go again. Okay. Ooh, some repetitive cards. Man. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and this is for the air signs, and we have Two of Swords in reverse. So for the month of January, I'm honestly not surprised this came up for the air signs. Huge transition. The air signs have kind of been like on this natural high of energy. They've really had this establishment. As we move forward with the month of January, I want us to really sit center with our money. Sit in a place where we know that we're making the right decisions towards our wealth and journey. Also, I want to say that when we come right here, there are some decisions, and it's probably, in all honesty, it's probably related to money. And here, with this card, the Two of Swords, makes me think that we're still holding on to a lot of blocks, that we're still holding on to a lot of areas where we don't necessarily see what we're doing with our money, or we don't see. I'm not getting a huge feeling of relationship, but it can be love. Money and love, very similar. Like if you heard me say before, not all of us can survive without money. Not all of us can survive with money, and not all of us can survive without love, and not all of us can survive with love. Some do fine without it, either one, and some don't. So what this really honestly is speaking to me is, where are we putting our investments? Where are we putting our areas that we're working towards? I feel like right here, it makes me think that there is possibly some areas where somebody is coming in and we're maybe thinking of doing a transition. This card right here makes me feel that it's not necessarily the best transition for us, and is not necessarily the best move, but you're really the one who holds true. When people tend to tell us certain things, we tend to believe them. Air signs are very, I don't want to say, but they tend to trust. They tend to kind of see the possibilities, because they're a very big element that works off of possibility. They work off the unknown. They work off of the uniqueness. They are kind of like the wind that's running through the leaves. They have this voyage about them. So right here, when we see this card in reverse of Two of Swords, as it is one of the last cards that we pulled of the deck, makes me think that when you get that initiative feeling that possibly somebody can't be trustworthy, or an investment isn't the right investment, or a pathway isn't the right pathway, go ahead back to your center. Go ahead back to your clarity and step forward with it. Hold some ground. It could also be with the transition of Saturn coming back into Aquarius at the beginning of February, which will be a lot of transition for, it is an energy that we haven't felt before, but it is one that definitely does have, I guess you could say, a dual effect of different types of energy, different types of meaning, kind of clustered together. Unfortunately, it's not the best. And for the second card, I keep pulling a lot of the same cards. And this card we have for the air signs are, for your intention card, we have Star Bathing, Light Body Crystal Grid, Transmission, Activation. Yeah, definitely take some areas to contemplate meditate, and have that area of peace where you know that you're making the right decision. Feel one with your body, feel one with your soul. The crystal grid, what I like about the crystal grid is with crystals, a lot of us say the crystals are giving us energy and we're, manifesting or activating off of the crystals. But really, we are the energy. We are the light force. We are the area of magic. The crystals just give us an extra acknowledgement to where we want to look and where we want our direction to go. But really, we are the purest state. And as with this read, go ahead and sit back in your decision making. This is not the best time to be making any impulsive decisions. Sit with them and hold balance. And that is for the air signs. So I just want to thank everybody for this card read for the month of January 2022. I do have a lot of blogs up. You can get your sun wheel on chakrascusswords.com. Go ahead and check out the latest podcast, Manifesting with Angel Numbers. And everybody have an amazing first month of 2022. Bye.